Hello Abigail, my name is Mark. This is just a quick walk around video of your new vehicle because I can't be there in person to deliver it. So, congratulations on your brand new Fronx. So, very silly and straightforward. On the key, you'll see there is an unlock button and a lock button. So, once to lock, then when you unlock, first one is driver's door, second one is all four doors. Boot, nothing funny. Basically, button sits inside here. You'll see it is a tiny little rubber button. And then in the boot, we have triangle, should you need to stop on the side of the road. Just underneath here, we have spare wheel. And then tools, as well as jack, you will find just in this compartment. So at the rear, nothing too funny, just two things I'd like to point out. So the rear seat has a 60-40 split. You can fold them down. You'll see on either side, there's a tiny little handle. If you pull this, then seat just flops forward. Works the same on the other side as well. Then down here, we have the rear air vent for your rear passengers, as well as two charging points. One is a Type C and the other one is a conventional USB-A. Now, the exciting part, the actual climbing into the vehicle. So, control pad on the door, really nothing funny. Driver's window is automatic down as well as up. Then on the mirror side, you use toggle to adjust between right, left, and then the whole toggle itself moves to set the mirrors. Once set, just put it back to the center position. This button over here just allows you to fold in the mirrors should you need to. Okay, so behind the steering wheel. So firstly, these two buttons here, that is traction control on or off, automatically sets as on when you start the vehicle. In all fairness, in city driving, there's no real reason to put it off. So second one is PDC. So if you put the vehicle into reverse, you'll hear it goes beep. So should you want to switch that off, that would be that button. This toggle over here is just headlight leveling. In all fairness, unless you've got a couple of passengers in the vehicle with you where the headlights might shine upwards, I would just leave it on to 0. And then down here, the toggle on the left hand side is for your boot, bonnet, and the one on the right hand side is for your fuel filler cap. So interestingly enough, if you look on the fuel gauge, you will see that there is a tiny little arrow just to the right of the fuel tank, and the arrow is pointing to the left. So your filler cap is on the left hand side. Steering wheel also straightforward. Once your phone is paired, these are the toggles for your phone. So pick up a call, put down a call, and then if you're using I believe it's Google Voice Assist or Siri on an iPhone, should you hold this button in, they then pull through onto the audio system. These buttons here, skip track, mode just changes between radio, USB, Bluetooth, or any other device you may have connected, and then volume up and down, as well as mute. On this side, we have cruise control. So cruise control on, you'll see the equivalent light comes on the dash. Once you're traveling at the speed you are happy with, you push down to set. Should you then brake or overtake, whatever the case may be, the last known setting is then saved. So you have the option, once you're then traveling at the speed that you're happy with again, you can either set to that speed or just reset to back where you were. Cancel obviously just clears the last recorded speed, and then if you push it again, you'll see just switches off. Lights are currently set to auto, so as soon as you drive into an area that's slightly dark, the lights will come on automatically. You can, however, put park lights on or full lights as and when you need. Otherwise, just leave them on auto, and then for bright, just push them forward and then back for dim. Wipers straightforward, one up is mist, intermittent, low, high, and then this one here is just for the rear windscreen wiper. So also mentioned earlier, the reverse sensors that come on as soon as you put the vehicle into reverse, what also happens is reverse camera comes on. Lines indicate just roughly where the edges of the vehicle are. Blue line, safe, yellow line, getting closer, red line, it'll also give you a solid beep. That's just to say you should ideally stop. Instrument cluster wise, you'll see here on the left hand side all the lines are illuminated, so that means that the vehicle is currently full. As you use fuel, they start to fall away. And then on this side is just engine temperature, so at the moment you'll see only one is illuminated. That's because the vehicle is cold. When the vehicle is at operating temperature, only 4 of them are highlighted. Anything over that means the vehicle is starting to increase in temperature. On the cluster, you'll see that there are 2 toggles here as well. Both serves their own purpose. So the one on the left hand side is for trip A, trip B, as well as odo. It has a whole 12 kilometers on it. This one on the right hand side is fuel consumption. So it gives you the option of instantaneous fuel consumption, so how much fuel you're using in that moment, your average fuel consumption, as well as range left on the tank. And then it stays in either one of the menus. So if you want to go back to, let's say you wanted trip B or trip A to be what you're looking at, then you push there and it goes back into that menu. Climate control, also very straightforward. So just while we're here, this is a USB slot for your phone. The system offers wireless Apple CarPlay and then wired Android Auto. So climate control, very straightforward as well. That's temperature, that is fan speed. So if we push one up here, it switches aircon on. This then allows us to set the temperature. Okay, so aircon on, aircon off, recirculation. That's just to switch the entire system off, because obviously if you go down to 1, that's as low as it's going to go. Auto, best friend, set it to a temperature that you're happy with. If you leave it on auto, it then adjusts the direction of airflow as well as the speed. Then balance of the buttons, this is front defog, so should your front window ever be misted up, switching that one on takes over the system and moves it to the front. That's for the rear window. And then obviously if you're not running full auto, this just allows you to show or to adjust the direction of airflow. So that's top, bottom, windscreen, etc. Radio, also straightforward. My suggestion would be just play with it, see where you become comfortable with it, but straightforward. Obviously power on and off, volume up, volume down, as well as mute, same as what is on the steering wheel. Home just brings you back to this home screen. That is voice activation, again for Google Assistants or for Siri. Little button over here, that is just your source, and then phone is obviously phone. So on the home page you have 3 tabs. This is just fuel consumption, and obviously gives you a slightly more in-depth reading on your fuel consumption, as well as some of the other vehicle controls. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to do this at a bit of an angle. There we go. This is just media, so if you're listening to the radio, different radio options. If you're listening to anything via Bluetooth, it should give you the audio, art, as well as the description. And then this is just clock and date, where you can set them and obviously sync them with your phone. And then obviously all the menu items as per the first screens are there too. So very, very straightforward. Obviously quick connect for Bluetooth, it's just down here, or any paired devices. Drop down will also give you any of the paired devices that you've got. And then should you plug in your phone or connect your iPhone, it'll then give you the option of CarPlay or Android Auto there, which then goes into its own menu. But otherwise, that's about it. I really hope you enjoy your brand new car. And yeah, if there is anything you are unsure of or anything you'd like answered, please, you're more than welcome to give me a call or drop me a WhatsApp.